Hello everybody and welcome to Stellaris. See, I've been getting a few comments saying that I should make a tutorial series. I'm not the best of the game, but I could offer some input, I guess. So let's, get right into it. Start off, if this is your first time playing the game, United Nations of Earth, the UNE. It's always a good choice. They have just about everything you can think of. For this, the galaxy size, I'm going to reset to default. Galaxy size right here says how large you can make your empire. Galaxy shape says a general shape it's going to be and how well it's going to be defendable. Empires, AI empires, that's how many empires are AI. Advanced are AIs, that's how many empires are going to be more advanced than yourself. Fallen empires is an empire who's basically maxed out tech tree, and they don't really do much until the end of the game. Marauders, empires who just want to seek destruction and whatnot. Tech cost, habitability worlds, all that stuff. I set everything to default for this one. We're going to be good there. Victory year is what year a victor will be decided. There is a victor to this game. It just takes a long time to get there. Difficulty, I'm going to leave that ensign for now, but there's a good amount of difficulty you can have. Cadet being the lowest, and Admiral, or Grand Admiral, Grand Admiral being the highest. So we'll just leave it at ensign. Scaling difficulty says as time goes on, you will basically go up the ranks. And that's fun and all, but not for this series. And you got all these also. They basically say what they are. I'm going to get started, and we'll just, figure out the game from there. So, this is what you get as a starting screen. This really doesn't say all too much, to be completely honest. Our country is a representative democracy. We're fanatic egalitarians. We're xenophiles, right? We're a beacon of liberty, and we're idealistic foundation. If you want to know what they are, just pause and read. It's easy. It's as easy as that. As humans in general, we're kind of wasteful. We're nomadic. We're adaptive. And our preference on worlds is continental worlds. So I'm going to hit begin. Pause. Spacebar is to pause and to play. Plus key is the speed. Plus key is faster. Minus key is slower. When I start a game, I normally take my construction ship, and you will always start with basically this: a research, a mineral, and an energy. I always go minerals first. I'll explain why in just a second. I send science ship out, and I have it to where you have a, on basic and default, settings, you'll always have a habitable world somewhere nearby. If that's the first world I see, I'm going to immediately go to that habitable world. And then I hit survey, and I'm hitting the shift key just to have the spaceship go out. And hit play. And we're going to do science. So we have physics, society, and engineering. Physics. For the first one, you want generally something that will help you right now. So physics, those will help, but I think physics research from researchers plus 20% will help.
Completed.
Will do. If you have planetary unification, that will do it. That gives you more unity. For this one, that. Construction ship is done. I normally have it go for, if I can find it. Where is it? There should be, there it is. The energy station next. I personally disband the fleet right away, sort of thing. So
Anomalous readings
Oh,
registered.
we already got an anomaly. So anomalies are different, right? They're something you get from time to time, and they can give you different things like minerals, research, etc. What you need to look at is the routine difficulty and skill level. So right now, our science ship is a skill level 1 science ship. So this is a anomaly level 1, scientist level of 1. It's a routine difficulty. This is a routine thing. That's good. As it gets harder and harder, you may not want to do it. You may want to leave it for later. Hitting M goes out to the map right here. Hit M again to go down here. And I'm going to explain while we're looking at different things around us, generally what all the icons mean. So up here, starting at the top left side, we have energy credits. That's the sort of money of the Empire. You want to basically produce more energy credits than you reduce, than you lose at all times. Whoop. For as long as you humans know, we've been able to look for the stars to find new homes. There's not really anything there. So I'm going to hit pause because a lot of things are happening right now. So generally, you want energy credits high. Minerals, that's the raw resources for the Empire. You want those you can buy. It's not really much of a deal. Food, for most pops being your population, food is consumed. The only ones who don't are robots and lithoids. Lithoids eat minerals, robots eat alloys, or they use alloys. But because we're humans, we eat food. If you ever run out of food, humans are going to get it some way or another, be it rebellion or be it lack of work. So you want to try and keep the foods as high as possible. After that, we get our consumer goods. Consumer goods are made by minerals, and they're your things like your iPhones, your Androids, your computers, your coffee shops, that sort of stuff. They're your consumer goods. Having enough consumer goods means that you have a group of people who are pretty content. They like their life. They like everything. Next, you have alloys. These are advanced resources, and they could be used to make ships and star bases and whatnot, right? So you make those with minerals as well. They're pretty good to have. Your influence is like your political power. Generally, there is ways to get more, but generally the idea is that you gain your base political power every month. So you need to kind of spend it wisely. Your unity right here, that's your society, right? How close together everyone is. So if you want to think about it, you could use it to make new traditions, to recruit leaders, and to enact edicts with unity. Your research is how quickly you're able to research something. This one right here on the screen, the plus 68, that is how much research you have in total. And then you can hover over it for the breakdown. So we get like 21 physics, 24 society, 21 engineering sort of idea. Next, we have strategic resources. These are resources that are strategic in some sort of way. They have a limited supply. You can make some of them on base, like on planet or in star stations. But for the most part, they're limited supply. They don't really matter early or mid game, but late mid game to late game, they are what's going to be driving most of your wars. Empire size is how big your empire is. The larger of an empire you have, the basically how expensive technologies, traditions, edicts, campaigns, etc. will be. Your envoys are how many diplomats you have. Empire population is your empire population. Starbase capacity is how many star bases you can have until you're over capacity. And your naval capacity is how many naval ships you're able to have before you're over capacity. So we have a tradition that just popped up. So we click that. we have all these traditions right here and the general idea for what each of them are. I enjoy taking discovery first because it makes discovering the system around us a lot faster and easier.
Completed.
You're going to get one of those now. So after that, we have...
Anomalous readings registered.
Sure. After that, we have your sectors. So Earth is going to be our first one. You have city districts, which give housing, building slot, and clerk jobs. Building slots are these right here, and they house buildings. Industrial districts want 2 housing, a artisan job, and a metallurgist job. They produce consumer goods and alloys out of minerals. Your energy district gives 2 housing and 2 technician jobs. And they produce electricity. Your mining district, 2 housing, 2 miner jobs. They produce minerals. Your agriculture district, 2 housing, 2 farmers. They produce food. Next up, you have your stability up here.
Construction completed.
That's generally like your approval rating on that world, right? Higher that is, better it is. You get trade, you get immigration, you get resources. There's your population and your demographic breakdown. We'll get more in depth in that. Crime right here. The lower crime you have, the higher stability you have, and the higher happiness. So you want to get crime down to 0 as much as possible. Housing is how many houses you have available. So we have 8 houses available for 8 pops. Amenities is what resources we have available for everyone. Available jobs, it's available jobs. And your current unemployment is your current unemployment. You got population right here, which is where everyone works generally. And your current population and the actual breakdown of your population on the world. Armies is what armies you got. Your holdings really is just for populations that just for companies basically. First contact protocol. Agree with open arms basically means that you will discover people a lot faster and they can help discover you faster. Being cautious means that you can break into their systems. While it's sort of harder to look at you because you're being cautious of everyone, you generally look at other people's systems and you can do espionage easier. And then we must ward off those who threaten us. We can't do in this one because we're not aggressive, but that basically means that if you exist in the world, we should be able to kill you. I say for the first time, agree with open arms is a good first choice. Over here on the system, if it has a gray right here, or if it has blue, that means you can travel it right now, right? It's been mapped. If it's halfway blue, like this one right here, that means we know of that way, but we haven't done it yet. If it's gray, it's unsurveyed. And if it's white, that means it's surveyed. If it looks like this, it's yours, and this being your boundary. Let's increase our survey speed. So that increases the speed onto which we survey systems. Oh, we've discovered an archaeology site. That will come in handy later, here in the situation log. Going over here, we have contacts, which is who all we've met. Situation log, which is the different anomalies, your victory score. So right now we're ranked 9. And your situation log, which has all the stuff you can do. The market, you can buy and sell resources or even add monthly trades right here. So those will happen every month depending on certain resources you set. Plants and sectors, different sector settings right there. Expansion planner, where you can and can't go really. Policies, the policies that basically your world is set to. Your edicts, basically short-term goals that you have to make things easier. Right here is your societal and management, relics, and we don't have the crisis extension perk because we're not becoming a crisis. That's all your traditions. Your ship designer is where you can design ships. I turn off auto-generate. I like to make my own ships, really. Start of the game, I like to do a high mass driver with one energy weapon, high armor and a deflector, and I hit auto upgrade on it. Simply because it's a good idea to have, as early game, a all-around ship, because this is your only ship you have right now. I'm going to take a pause real quick. Habitable World Survey. This one, it's a pretty good one, because all you have to do is just find habitable worlds. It's not hard.
Situation log has been updated.
Right? You just need to find 8 habitable worlds. Not bad. Your fleet manager. Your fleet manager is good because you can actually look at the different fleets you have.
Concluded.
Your naval capacity. How many fleets need to be reinforced. How much it costs to reinforce. And how many you can currently afford at this current moment. Your technology is what technologies you're researching, how long it takes, and who's researching. Factions. We'll get into that a little later. Claims, we'll also get into that later. Species, what species lie in your empire. You can change also to galaxies, but I like to keep this as your empire. Your leaders you have. So, as you can see right here, it's a white name now, so we can go and construct a build outpost for 75 influence and 90 alloys. So I'm going to go over there real quick. I'm going to speed up the pace just a little bit. And actually, I'm not going to. We're going to do this real quick. So I enjoy doing a commercial zone because they give you clerk jobs. And clerks produce trade value and amenities. So they're really nice, to me at least. And an admin office. Because those do bureaucrats who turn consumer goods into unity. Another anomaly. I like it. And then I also enjoy removing the sprawling slums as much as possible. Also the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, because why not? Let's do research station output increase. That's always a good one to pick. So I'm going to continue surveying like this. Oh, that's too far. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into shipyards, go into shipyard right here, and build myself another ship.
Construction complete.
There we go. Construction has been completed. And we have discovered another species. So if you look right here, it looks like we found some space whales right here. But you won't actually know until we do first contact. So by clicking on this and assigning an envoy onto it, they will work to figure out who it is. So now you can see we have additional resources here and we can go and do it. But if you notice, it takes 400 minerals. We're lacking 187 because we only have 213. So I go to market, I have some food I can sell. So I'm going to sell that real quick and then buy, let's say about 500 minerals, right? Now I have enough to build those stations. I'll get 6 energy, 3 minerals, and 1 alloy from that station. Our second sign ship is up, so if I click assign leader, you can see all the leaders I can assign. And you pick. I always pick if there's a Spark of Genius or I can't remember what the other one is, but it looks like Einstein. I pick them, I go into technology, and just replace one of them with it. Because they're always good to have and a little bit hard to find. I already have automatic survey. Apparently, I have automatic survey already. I did not know that. Technology, researched. Oh, it looks like it. Automatic survey is always better than actually touching because they automatically find a new star to survey. So I didn't know I had that. That must be in the newest update. This is where I'm saying I'm not the best of the game, but I've been playing it for a while. So I guess, why not? And lastly, you got worlds you can have it. You can have it. Inhabit. Ooh, that was a hard word for me to say for some reason. So you can colonize. You can pick which race, species, whatever you want to call it, of things can go there. You can name it. Let's call this one not new. Jeez, New Earth. And we are now building a colony ship to go on over and colonize. I enjoy having up to this build slot of city districts simply because that gives me enough space, and you can also upgrade how many cities you have. So if we do first contact, cool. Well, that's self-explanatory right there. We sort of just wait for something else to happen. Big reason why I destroyed the fleet is because it just costs money that we don't need. There is no threats in the galaxy right now. As far as we're concerned, we're the only spacefaring people in this galaxy. So why would you need a fleet protect? So I simply don't have one. Save up on some alloys.
Construction completed.
So, yep, the Tunky, the space whales.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Construction ship is done. I'm in the idea that you continue your empire building until you find another empire. And you just build to said empire. There is side effects and downsides to it, but to me, it's not as bad. So science division, I like it. As you can see, we're also decreasing.
Has been updated.
Okay. We're also decreasing in consumer goods right now. Cyberdex. This is the ancient civilization that basically was in this area. They're the precursors to yourself. So right here, you can see we have the sublight exploration probes. And the idea is that you just basically send someone out to them and something will happen. So we'll see what happens. It's not a 100% chance that it's something bad, but there could be.
Construction completed. Knowledge is the key to the
So we
universe.
finished a research, so we're going to look at others. I'm going to do research speed because that affects everything. I know there's a research
Colony
station also.
establishment has
We
begun.
don't have many research stations right now. So to me, research speed is good enough.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Another tech is done. I'm going to do Edict Fund.
System survey concluded.
Just going to grab that one right there.
Construction completed.
I like it. I like it. Bernard Star over there. You're now ours. We have a low stockpile of consumer goods. So I'm going to go and buy a
Research
few.
concluded. Anomalous readings.
See, this says very hard. I kind of don't want to do that right now. So I'm going to leave it for later. Mining station output. Sure. I'll take that. Early game is all about what helps you. So get as much as you can that helps you out. Mid game is when you want to start thinking of, oh, I need this to help me later. And late game is just going to be min-maxing what you currently have. So I say make your mistakes early game. Improve upon yourself mid game. And whatever you have in mid game, make it better late game. That's generally how I play. So pretty soon, we're going to find another nation at some point. Found another archaeological site. I like it. And at that point, it'll be all good. For now, though, I'm going to build more science ships just so we can go out and look for more. Early game is all about find, find, find. You want to find as much of the galaxy as possible early game. And that's generally what we're going to try and do.
Construction completed.
Oh, we got another potentially habitable world over there. I like it. Another one down here, apparently. Okay. This one's not habitable. As you can see, it's 10%. And it's in red. That means it's not good. I'm gonna build another city there.
System survey
And
concluded.
I'm gonna build a civilian industries just because we're low on consumer goods. And I enjoy having my homeworld be a general producer of everything. I'm gonna build one of those just because it makes it easier. I'm gonna finish up this discovery tree and go to Ascension Perks. The Ascension Perks are what you get after you finish the screen. There's a lot of them you can do. A lot you can do. But for now, just look at them and see what happens.
Anomalous readings registered.
Monthly Unity's not bad. Available envoys. I think I'm going to do that one just because it gives you more
A new world
envoys,
has been
and that
colonized.
helps in the later game. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. You're going to go out exploring. Construction ship. I want my construction ship constant, not you. I want my construction ship constantly building something. Early game at least. Market. I'm going to sell some of those and buy a bunch of that. Build that. And over here we have the new colony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get one more out of this. And 6. There we go. Generally what I enjoy doing right there. And administrative offices first. Again, there's better ways to min-max this game. That's just what I do and what I find works best for me. Early game at least. And there's always time later to min-max your different worlds.
Construction completed.
That just helps me right now.
Readings registered.
Like at some point in time later game, you want to do research before minerals. That's normally when you're really set on minerals and you're just looking for research and the exotic resources for the most part. So that is a habitable world over there. So once we get research station over here, we can go over there and start doing some minerals. I'm going to build another science ship, and this is going to be the one I'm going to have specifically go after these probes, these sublight probes that the research tree has us going up for.
Situation log has been
Okay,
updated.
so as you can see, this science ship just went, and there's a hostile there. I'm going to fleet manager. I'm going to hit reinforce all. That's just going to build as many corvettes as we're able to into the fleets that need to be reinforced. Being we only have one fleet, it doesn't really matter. Corvette build speed and build cost will help us in the long run. So I'm going to pick that one just because it is nice. Roamer is a good one because it's constant. Explore that system. So
Anomalous
exploring
readings
means you go
registered.
into it and you don't really look at it. You just go in and you leave. You're going to move over there. So by the time you get over here, we'll have enough alloys. Easy enough.
Situation log has been updated.
So with the sublight probes, right? You have
System survey
something you need to go
concluded.
to, right? Crystal Codex, as you can see, all we need is a scientist in the orbit of that place to actually figure it out, unlock the mystery of that world. Oh, so we got a new ruler that was just elected, right? We'll do a research lab there. And a new encounter, cool. So, should be this one, the government. So when a new ruler is elected, there's different things they do. So they bring in new ruler traits. So this one's champion of the people, 5% happiness, and industrialist. So plus 10% on minerals. They also, if you go to situation log and you look, should be this one right here. There's a certain thing that you need to do in order to get this, say, ruler mandate. And it will get you 6 months of unity with a max of 1,000 unity if you complete it. So with this one, all I have to do is that by the end of this ruler's turn, I have plus 30 minerals. Right now I have plus 35, so I'm in the good. I'm going to figure out who this person is with the contacts. So all I need to do is keep over plus 30 minerals by the time the ruler is gone.
Knowledge is
It's not the
key
hardest
to
thing in the world.
universe.
I think we could do it.
Anonymous
Survey speed, I
reading
like
is
it.
registered.
Your routine, so we're going to keep with you.
Construction completed.
So we're already building one administration office. I'm going to do a commercial zone after that. You're going to explore that system. You are going to build a mining station. Because now we're at 22 minerals, and we need that to keep up. Okay. Well, now we have some exotic materials. I like it.
Situation log has been updated.
And a new encounter. So you're going to do that. You're going to do that research project, which is recovering the probe. We're going to put an admiral here. We have cautious, which is ship's weapons range. That's how far a ship can fire. We have aggressive, which is your ship fire rate and your sublight speed. That's how much you can shoot and how fast you go inside the system. You have unyielding, sorry. That's how much hull points you have and your weapon damage, but you can't leave. I enjoy cautious. It's all around a good one. As you can see, the subspace anomaly has 743 is their raw strength. We have 329, so we're not strong enough. We're going to continue reinforcing until we get to about that number. Now we have factions, and I'm going to explain that.
Construction
Factions are groups inside the your government that you have, and by keeping them happy, you're going to gain unity. Early game, they're going to be based off of your government, but later game, they're going to be based off of the different races and stuff you have, the different species you have. So you can manage factions, you can embrace. By embracing them, your government ethics will permanently change. You displease every other faction in the entire place. You can promote a faction. Promoting means that their policies and values goes up. You can suppress, which means their policies and values go down. Promoting means they gain more people. Suppressing means they lose people, right? You have their approval, which is how much they approve of your government. You have their size, which is how many people are in said faction, how many people are in the party. You have their support, which is how much the population supports this group, their ideology. You have the issues that they have, right? Right here. And how many of them are, if it's green like this, that means that you already hit it, they're happy with it. If it's red, that means you haven't done it. And how much unity you get from their approval. So with this one, the Alien Aid Trust, they want no purges, so we can't purge. New contact, they want us to find a new alien, or new contact. Proactive first contact, which means they want us to peacefully approach people and help them figure out who we are also. And a benevolent subjugation, which means that when we subjugate people, they're not the worst. And we have the Electoral Freedom Committee. They want autocratic. Basically, people get elected. Free movement. You're allowed to move wherever you want. Reproductive freedoms. You can do whatever you want with your body. Anti-stratification. That was a hard word for me to say, and I don't think I said it correctly. That basically means they don't want a feudal society. Benevolent subjugation policy. That means that they want us to be together. Both of them want that policy, so I might as well take it. So, subjugation. Subjugation, where would it be? War philosophy. No. Subjugation. Benevolent vassalage. So our subjects are as much of a part of us as we are of them. So their success is our victory. And we shall move forward for that, right? We're going to move to that. Have everyone happy. First contact. Keep at it. Those are kind of fun to read. I've just done this enough to where I don't really want to. Precinct house, just keep crime as low as possible. And you are going to build research station. I'm going to sell some of those. Buy some more of those. I want 1 farm, 1 energy. I'm going to build 2 of these. Cool.
System survey concluded.
There we go. And then if you see, to get rid of these planetary features, we need certain technologies. So we've recovered a probe there. I'll like it. Explore that system and go after that probe over there. And we just continue, really just continue
construction complete.
Figuring out what we're doing with this world, or this playthrough. I'm gonna go here, but there's a new resource right here, and that's trade value. This system has something inside it that will attract trade anyways. It's a good idea to have those in your empire, because trade directly influences how much money you make. There we go. We've discovered a new alien. These are the Commonwealth of Man.
An alien nation is hailing us.
So each of these have different things that they do, like plus 30 to their opinion, minus 33% to spy network, and minus 30 to opinion. I'm going to say we welcome them as equals. So now we have Commonwealth of Man up here. They are xenophobes. And they are fanatic material. They like militaries.
Has been updated.
I don't know why I can't speak today. So they're generally speaking the opposite of us right now.
System survey concluded.
I'm going to go expansion next, just because that helps us grow our empire a little bit faster. They're generally opposite of us, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on them and to build up a little navy, because we're more than likely going to be at odds at some point. So I want my mineral production, my alloy production higher, because they may be our first target at war.
Registered.
And onto that, if we go to diplomacy, we can improve relations, build a spy network, harm, all that sort of stuff, right? I'm going to build a spy network, and then I was seeing if we could do an embassy. Apparently not. Embassies give you natural intel, just intel on them. They don't apparently want it, so we're going to leave it with that.
Construction completed.
With espionage, you have all these things you can do for a little bit of infiltration, which goes up every month, right? And basically, you can look at them and infiltrate their government and gain intel on them. Embassies, of course, do that passively, so you don't need to. Well, they're not going to accept that now. They may later, but just not now. Let's sell some of that. Yep. And oh, there's an amusement park. It's fun. And basically what I like to do when I find another empire is all these stars right here, I'm going to try and take up as fast as possible. Pop growth speed or hydroponic farms. I'm going to do pop growth speed. That is actually kind of useful. So I'm going to try and take over all these stars as quickly as possible. And you're going to do that research project over there. And once that's done with the research project, I'm going to have them look at this star as well. Okay. Communication received. So that's the species right there. And they seem to be eager and have open, positive communications with us, which is not bad. I like it.
Construction completed.
Oh, you are going to come over here, build that one. And I'm going to reinforce my navy. With that, that's as much time as I have for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you haven't already, of course.
System survey concluded.
And I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, day, night, time of the Earth, or time of the day, rotation around the Earth, and conquering of galaxy and space. I'll see you all portside. Goodbye.